It was roughly 2012, and the unemployment rate was still really high from the recession. It was roughly about 9.4% in Chicago. And then for Black and brown neighbors and friends, it was 16%. There was a wide discrepancy in who was getting jobs.
We have been having inside JP Morgan Chase a lot of conversation about how do we link to the community? How do we find better talent? And how do we actually become present in a lot of the communities?
Growing up, I felt like we didn't see any tradesmen. We didn't see a doctor. We never seen a lawyer. All we saw was the people that was hustling on the corners.
Well, I was homeless at the age of 18. I graduated high school in the streets. From there, I just was couch surfing mostly, trying to find a place to, lay my head, get my things together, and get me a job.
I was looking for a job to help my mom with her bills. My dad passed in 2012. For years, my mom didn't have a second person to help her.
So enter skills. The heart and soul of the work was about ensuring that we got individuals from the South and West sides into jobs. But the way we did that was by really deeply penetrating the business market and getting to know what companies were looking for. Early on, part of the convincing was letting employers know that we were not going to push talent on them and ask them to make compromises, but that we were actually going to find the best talent out in the market. You have to find early supporters and funders who are committed to trying something different and are willing to take risks with you. We grew up during a time when unemployment was really high. And when unemployment is really high, the unemployed need us. When unemployment is really low, the companies need us.
It's about the human impact. This is not just about tallying up numbers, but when you connect with the actual impact that has on individuals' lives who had a challenging upbringing or are coming out of a difficult home life, and they find new purpose in life through the job that they were able to get. I mean, that's magic.
My name is Marquise Pitts. I work for Rush Hospital, and I'm a patient transport.
My name's Jason Curtis. I'm currently a cook at HMSO's Chili's Terminal 3 at O'Hare.
My name is Jackie Pinedo. I am the services manager here at Ulta Beauty in Wicker Park.
Around 2017, I was at an event where they were talking about summer employment as a solution. And as I was there and listened to young person after young person talk, what I heard them talk about was actually not needing a summer job, but that they needed a year-round job. Our youth needed it, our city needed it, and we had this unique opportunity to fill it.
Skills is here to help not only give you a job, but to give you a career.
I think what continues to hook me is how at any point where I feel like we've hit a roadblock, there's new ideas for ways to intersect and work in the communities.
How did COVID impact skills? Wow, 55% of our companies stopped hiring. But being skills and being agile like we are, we knew that meant two things. One, it was a call to action for us because that meant that hundreds of thousands of people were now unemployed. And who knew how long that was going to be? And that's like the soul of our work.
And during the pandemic, when we had an essential workforce that had needs, we were able to partner with Skills and get, where everybody else was shut down, we were able to get talent.
I hope that when people think of Skills, first and foremost, they recognize it as a highly professional organization run with phenomenal disciplines.
The thing about Skills is they make sure whoever applies with Skills gets the opportunity, regardless of what's in the resume, what's not in the resume.
I was very nervous getting a job like that, being in that type of environment. Skills definitely made me comfortable and prepared.
What we found is that individuals who come from being placed by Skills have a higher wage rate over time, have a higher retention rate over time, and that the ROI of any donor's dollars into Skills translates to 251%. It is our responsibility to get this information out and to work with other cities, take the Skills model, and put hundreds of thousands of unemployed into jobs across this nation.
So Skills within Chicago has already reached a very important milestone, which is placing over 10,000 people over its history. And all of that has expanded. And we're on track to place more people this year than we ever have.
So I initially started as a utility, washing dishes, cleaning tables and such. Then I worked my way and got promoted to a cook. Well, with that, I've been with them for about 7 years. After I got a job, I was actually a valid person now, found me a decent girl the same month that I got employed. She saw that I was really trying to work and make things happen.
It's been a couple of years now, and the fact that I'm the youngest services manager in my district is pretty crazy too. So that's something to celebrate. Not too long ago, we did a skills hiring event, and I was able to be part of that because as I sat there, I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever, because where she's sitting at, that's where I was.
When I did the skills program, I actually did a speech, and Omar Latif, that's the CEO of Rush, he was there, and we were able to connect. Together, me and Omar, we're building a community center on Washington Kilda right here in my neighborhood.
I would love to see a skills in many of the communities and cities where we actually have hubs.
It's really about skilling this work. And so what can folks do? If you're not hiring with skills, you can start hiring with skills. You can donate. Donations are critical. And you can partner. To partner with us in a way that we can solve problems together, that's the way you get things done.